Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. This is me, Elma, the non-tech techie, and today I am going to interview Sarthak, and he is a founder of Findr, like founder, okay, founder of Findr. And yeah, actually, when I was like, oh, founder, Finder, okay. And actually, what I want to tell you about Finder is that, so I took it for a speed for about a week now, and what it does is, okay, so you have this Finder dashboard. Or you can also have a desktop app with it, and then you can connect your workplace apps. So if you have your Gmail, if you have your Outlook mail, if you have your Google Drive, OneDrive, Notion, Slack, Confluence, Jira. So you can connect all these apps to Finder, and then you can search everything that are in those apps. So you will have them all in one dashboard, and you can ask questions. It can summarize. You will find out, oh, I had a meeting with Sarthak, and it's coming in. Like I ask something like, when is my meeting with Sarthak? When is my live stream with Sarthak? So that's something that it can do for you. It's like a personal assistant on desktop. And the main duty or the key task is to look for anything everywhere that you connected it to. Okay, so I think that's really rather exciting, and I like the experience of connecting the apps as well as it's very um, the connection is quite smooth. So when I integrated some of the software or some of my workplace apps, I find that the integration is really quite smooth, and I am very surprised because it's a they are a startup, and this isn't what I was expecting. And so saying all that, if this is your first time to watch our live stream or to watch one of my live streams, please subscribe and hit the notification button because we feature software like Finder and founders like Sarthak, where they share their passion about creating software that help businesses, to make the lives of business owners easier. Okay, so that's all for me. It's an introduction, and then here is Sarthak. So Sarthak is the founder of Finder. And Sarthak, can you please let me know um, how did you start Finder? I saw that you had the number one on product hunt achievement. Okay,
Yeah.
and tell us more about Finder. How did you start this? Because this seems to be quite interesting. I haven't seen anything like this before, and that's why I'm so excited.
No, once again, Alma, thanks a lot for first introducing me. I think you were bang on with the description, what we do at Finder, right? So yeah, we were actually product of the week on Product Hunt. But just to tell you about how did we started with Finder. So we are three co-founders and we're a total seven people team. So all three of us, a year back. So we were friends for last five or like 3 4 years, all three of us. Like, we were just starting a year back that, hey, what all problems do we really face in our day-to-day life. And while we were discussing about them, we found that there was one constant problem that every single one of us faced, and it was so prevalent that we realized that we're actually wasting more than 2 to 3 hours of our time in that problem, right? And what was that problem exactly? A, asked finding documents. B, asking co-workers about those documents. And C, after finding those documents, creating information on top of it. So, and this was so frustrating because, hey, my one of my co-founders used to work at a remote company. Now half of his team was in US, half of his team was in India, and because of the time difference, if they were used to ask question now, they got a response 7 hours back, or 7 hours after that, or 12 hours after that, right? I was a VC before this. I was a venture capitalist before starting Finder, and I used to evaluate more than 200 300 startups a month, right? And we every week we had a partner meeting where we should tell that, hey, we evaluated these many startups, and my partner used to ask, hey, what does this startup do? And I used to obviously forget about it because, hey, I'm dealing with so many startups, right? And the problem was when I used to go into our CRM search sucked. I mean, I literally couldn't find anything there. So my main problem was that, hey, why can't someone tell me what did I talked about, or what does the startup exactly do? Same was the case for us for a third co-founder he was a techie at Amazon, and for him searching through code, searching through documentation was a mess. I mean, he literally, he had to spend, I think, 1 hour just creating documentation, and then 1 hour just, searching for them. So he was literally wasting 2 to 3 hours of his day, creating documentations and working on them. So we realized this is such a big problem. Why isn't it solved yet? And then, being as naive as we are right now, we thought of, hey, why not? Why can't we build it? So after that, what we did was we did around 100 user interviews, when we realized that, hey, this is not just a problem with us, this is a problem with everyone. And then we left our jobs a year back, and then went on to building Finder. We were fortunate enough to get good backers. So around June, we raised a funding round, and since then we have been building Finder. And we launched our first version at end of January this year. And since then, we have onboarded more than 3 organizations as paying customers, have 3,000 free users, and now, getting love from the AppSumo community, or the LTD community in general, right? So yeah, this has been, story of Finder. Why did we thought of starting it, and where what has been our journey till now?
Okay, so that sounds really cool. I like the story. Like you actually are solving your own problem, and I can relate to that. Like yesterday, I was revising a copy of one of my landing pages, and one of my colleagues is the one responsible for generating discount codes,
Yeah.
and I had to go through all my messages. I mean, before when I have to look for this, it would take me a long time to find the information. But now with Finder, I just say, "Hey, well, what are the latest discount codes for this offer?" And then it gave me the discount codes easily. While before, I would have to go through so much text, so much data before I could even find it. And sometimes I don't even know, did we discuss it in an email? Did we discuss it in Slack? Did we discuss it in wherever? I mean, we're just all over the place. And that's life right now. We are just all over the place with all these, and something needs to connect all these data that we have available and make us even more efficient in what we are doing. So yeah, and finding stuff is really one of the toughest thing to do with all the data dump that's happening everywhere, right? Okay, so I recall you mentioned to me that you have a presentation, so we'd love to see it and take us through Finder.
Awesome. Would love to do that. Although just one brownie point and, one hack over at Elma that will help your life more. Now you
Mhm.
can also ask Finder, hey, can you create more license code based on the previous codes? And Finder will go through all of your documents and then create more license codes. So now you don't even need to, create that stuff. That will be taken care by Finder itself.
No,
So yeah,
it
that
was discount codes, and that has to be done in Stripe. So,
yeah.
so
Oh
it's a bit different. So it's that's not the use case, but I like the use case that um, that message was buried about 200, 300 messages ago, and
yeah.
Finder just finds it. So that's really cool. Okay.
Awesome. Awesome. Great. So I will just take over the screen here, right? And I will not bug people here, with lot of information. I will just
Hmm.
do a quick short presentation.
I'll tell you if we are getting bored. Don't worry.
Yeah. I think, yeah, that's the best. That's the best thing, right? So yeah, I think this is what we are essentially at Finder. We are an AI power tool through which you can answer all of your workplace questions. So essentially, AI powered answering using workplace apps is what how we describe it. Our solution, again, repeating the same AI that answers all work related questions, right? So imagine today want to ask, right? As you mentioned, hey, when was my last call with Sarthak, or when was my last call with Elma, or hey, did I create a document around workplace search, and if I created it, what was the context of it? So, general questions like these, where you waste tons of your time to, just look after them. What is our vision? I think we want to be our go-to AI assistant in your workplace. Whatever work you do, we want to be your AI assistant for that. Because since we sort of get access to all of your knowledge, we want to perform all the tasks that you like you want to perform on top of that workplace through us. That is our vision. And one of the reason why we're very passionate about building Finder is that we have realized that today, since there is so much of data that's created, within organizations, oftentimes that data gets underutilized. So I mean, people create so many documents, but that documents on that particular data is underutilized like anything. So we want that asset, which is your workplace data, to be utilized to its most efficient manner. And one of the biggest way of doing that is through tools like Finder. So yeah, that is why we are very passionate about building Finder internally. Our whole team, our 7-member team, aligns with that particular mission, right? Um, so bit about our team. So this is our core team. So Nishkarsh, like these are we are three co-founders. So Nishkarsh, he was a product and growth manager at a US based company called Inspirit. There you grew the product team from 1k, sorry, product from 1k MAU to 15k MAU. Before that, and he's also London School of Economics graduate. So comes with a lot of product and growth mindset and a lot of learnings from there. Utkarsh, second co-founder, is a techie from Amazon. Build their whole crawler system there. So literally knows everything about data indexing. Literally knows everything about how data files are sort of transferred. What needs to be done there. Have done that. Been there at Amazon, and is a graduate from a premium institute in India. Then it's me. As I mentioned before this, I used to work at a VC firm based out of India. I used to evaluate a lot of deals there. So know in and out of the whole startup ecosystem, I understand what works, what doesn't work, and how to build and how to scale startups after seeing and working with a lot of founders. And I did my finance degree from again one institute and from an institute in India, right? So, what does Finder offer? In nutshell, Finder offers a workplace search, which is essentially that you can search for your stuff, to put it simply. Then Finder offers an AI assistant, which is you can chat with your apps, or you can chat with your particular results that you get out of after searching that information. Apart from that, we offer multiple multi-account support. So what I mean by that is, let's say we offer multiple integrations, right? So we offer integrations like Gmail, G Drive, Notion, Slack, Confluence, and more are coming out. So let's say if you want to add 3 Gmail accounts, you might have a personal account, you might have a let's say account, your finance account, you might have your HR account. You can now connect all of them with Finder itself and start and search them from Finder there and then and there. You don't need to now toggle between multiple apps. Just Finder it from Finder, and you will get your answers. And what else do we offer? We also offer preview. So by preview, what I mean is, so let's say if you found some result on Finder, right? Now your next step would be you want to see the whole message or whole result. And that step would be that you have to click over there, and then you will be taken to that particular file. Then you have to go through the whole result. Instead of that, you can view that result from Finder itself, so you don't need to leave the app. You can get all of your work done then and there. So it saves a lot of time in terms of switching multiple apps as well with previews. Why are we here for long run, right? So I keep getting this question from the sort of LTD community that, hey, people run away, are you guys the same, or how can I trust you, is basically one of the questions that I get. So first of all, I mean, we launched just 3 months ago, and we already have 3 paying customers. We already are at 18k ARR, and we already have 6k more in pipeline. So we are going headstrong with our revenue. LTD is not our main revenue channel. We want to build an MRR business. We are already on a good spot with that. We're already communicating with US companies, Indian companies, and we're already getting good value out of it, which I believe is a, like, for a 3-year-old product, sorry, 3-month-old product. I think this is a good sign, right? We have awesome investors. I mean, we raised back in June last year, right? And they have been constantly supporting us, connecting us with US investors, connecting us with customers, and just helping us with the day in and day out stuff, right? And why are, like, one of the, I mean, this is all just basic validation. One of the biggest validation that I believe why we are here for long run is because it's a growing market. I mean, just to give you some context, one of our biggest competitor, which is Glean.com, they are a huge company, and they are one of the hottest AI startup out there, and they are doing now 40-50 million dollars AR in revenue. This market, if you just scroll through Twitter, right, like this whole market of AI workplace knowledge, or searching through your knowledge base, has gotten so hot over Twitter that people are now realizing that hey, what's the value in tools like these, right? So we are seeing a huge influx in terms of demand for our product like ours. I mean, you won't believe when we sit for a SEO strategy, every 15 days we are seeing huge demand for keywords that we were targeting. Earlier we were thinking that hey, this keyword has, let's say, 1,000 volume, right? Next, after 15 days the volume has increased to 1,300, and this is happening for each keyword that we're looking at. So this, I think this is one of the main reason why we're excited, because we see again a huge demand coming in for the solution that you're providing in the near future, right? I've gone through this. These are the integrations that we support. More are coming, right? I know integrations is a big part of a product, because if you don't support much integrations, what's the use of it, right? If you cannot integrate, what's the use of the product, right? I will be very honest. It took us some time to figure out integrations. I mean, because that was the reason we were building for past 1 year, but now we have figured it out. And as I've been mentioning over the whole Facebook, right, that we have figured out a way to launch 1 to 3 integrations now per week. On 23rd of May, I can guarantee you that we'll launch at least 4 integrations, which include Dropbox, Intercom, Salesforce, and HubSpot. And after that, 1 to 3 integrations per week is what we're planning to launch. But again, this is possible because we took time, we figured out how to scale it, and then we are implementing that system. So our whole effort and our whole stealth mode helped us now to now scale our product. So yeah, this is about integrations.
Um, I have a question here regarding the integration. So, for
Yeah.
example, if our audience or if the users have any requests for integrations, how can we do? Where can we send the request?
So we have a public roadmap. Just give me a second. Let me bring that link up. Let me share that in the chat as well.
Okay.
We have a public roadmap, and you can request here. People have already started doing that. Um, right? If you see over here as ideas, people have, yeah, they've already started that.
Mhm.
Trello integration. I think this is a very popular AppSumo tool, is what I've understood. LTD tool, right? Airtable, Google
Okay.
Chats, Asana. So yeah, they can post it here, and based on the demand is how we will pick up the features for integrations, right? I
I
think
need
P Cloud.
WhatsApp and Telegram. So those are the things I really need. WhatsApp, Telegram, Facebook Messenger.
Yeah.
So the messaging tools. I
Yes.
really, really need all those. Okay.
Yes.
So I will go to
Yes.
this roadmap and ask for those software. Okay, sorry, I interrupted you. So let's go to the next
No
one.
worries. I think I was any which way giving a monologue, and we needed a break, to be honest.
Okay. No problem.
Yeah, no, so just give me a second. Let me quickly finish my presentation, right?
Yep.
I know it's boring, but please bear with me. Again, one question that we keep getting is around security.
Mhm.
We so one of the main reason why we started Finder was because tool like Glean, which I was talking about, they actually index all of your information. And when we were researching, like doing our initial research a year back, we realized that hey, this is a very troublesome way of this is not a good way of solving this problem. Again, because of the same reason that people are worried about the data. I don't care how good of a company you are, unless or until you are not Apple. I don't trust you with my data, right? And that's why we realized that there should be a better solution for this. Like I don't want to store users' data, and that's why this is one of our USP, that hey, we never store your data never hits our system. Even if you will have question that hey, but what about my query, right? Even if you type your query, we just log it, and as soon as your your answer is processed, we discard it. So your data never hits our system, right? This is one of the best USP of ours. Second is that, I mean, just to as a vote of confidence, you are already SOC 2 compliant and ISO compliant. We didn't go for GDPR because we didn't have much demand from Europe. But now we realize that hey, there is good demand from Europe as well. So now we're already in talks with our vendor for GDPR, and if things go well, we should have it in next 2 to 3 weeks. So this is bit about a security. I think this was a good, important question to cover. These are our clients that I was talking about. Bobble is a company. They have about 200 custom like 200 employees. They're a pretty big company. Again doing millions in revenue. Inspirator is an edtech company based out of Silicon Valley. Potion is a agri commodity technology company based out of India, and they're also again one of our clients. So yeah, I think this is all I have in terms of presentation. Would love to first take up questions now, and then maybe move to a demo, or howsoever you prefer, Elma.
Okay, let's do
That way.
some of the questions for now.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, this one is a product comparison. Maybe I'll answer this one. So, how different from is Finder from Conduit AI? So, Victor, we haven't done yet our demo, but you'll see later. But this is the difference. Okay. So, with Conduit, you need to put your data in a template, and then it will analyze your company information for you. While with Finder, what you do is that you integrate Finder, or you connect your apps to Finder, whatever it is, whether it's a Google, from your Google Drive, from your Gmail, from anywhere else, and it will get the data from. So you ask it to look for anything, or ask it some questions, and it will look for the data within all your connected workspace apps. So that's how it works. So it's very, very different. You can't compare it. Okay, so next is um okay, so when it comes to the team features, will the admin user still have access to workspaces once they've been set and assigned to another user or set of users? So this is more like role
So
permissions.
yeah. So the admin, for now, the admin, like, the admin account which is buying the tier, right, will be constant for each workspace. So let's say if I'm buying from Sarthak at the reducefinder.com, and if I have 10 workspaces, then that particular account will be common for each workspace that I create, right? And user roles, yes, we haven't actually, to be very honest, defined it well right now, but for now that particular id will be the main admin, and we can build it internally if we want to change roles as well. So that role changing is under development, but for now the main account will be the admin.
Actually, maybe the more important question is here is how do teams work in Finder? Like, say, I am the admin, or I am the original, I'm the one who bought the software, and
Yes.
I let some of my okay, and of course, I added my team to one of the workspaces, and I think what they are thinking here is, hey, will the admin see the data that we are connecting to Finder?
Oh, no, no, you cannot see that, because see, that's a private matter. That's a
Mm.
privacy issue. We don't allow that.
Mhm.
I mean, if we start allowing this, I
Yes.
mean, we'll go against our, initial fundamentals. So yeah, that
Right.
would be
So
tricky.
privacy is protected. So when I talked to you last time, you mentioned to me that the team is more of we are giving them access to Finder through our account, but we are not seeing me as an admin, and we are not seeing whatever. Actually, we wouldn't even know what you are connecting with Finder. So you can even use it for your personal use. Yeah, in
Yes,
a
but
way,
I think that is something that we might. So yes, it is allowed in, let's say, SMBs, but when we go to enterprise, they don't allow their employees to connect their personal account. So maybe not for them, but yeah, if you want as a user, you can do that. We don't have a
right?
problem with it.
So yeah, so it depends on which company you are working with and who give you access to that account. So for example, I have an account and I have team members, and I'm okay with them to add all those things. There's no way for me to check, to be honest. Okay. Next, do you store any type of searching data, or do you store any information inside Finder?
So we only store your analytics, which is number of searches you performed, number of Q&As you performed, and previews you performed, because of multiple, or to improve our systems in that terms. We don't store any searching data. See, what searching data can we potentially store? Let's talk about that first. It can be your query, whichever question you're asking to find out that, hey, when, let's say, when was my call with Elma, as simple as that. We don't store that. Second would be, the content of the results that we're getting, which is, let's say, that email body which contains 100 words, email. Second is that we don't store that. Only thing that happens is we pass that data to our LLM providers, which is, let's say, OpenAI or Cohere. But even they don't use that data for training purposes. So neither they use the data for training purposes. We don't store your query, and neither we store the content of the results. So we don't store any searching data to answer your question in one sense.
How about search history?
No. So search history would be storing your query,
Yeah,
right? Your question. So we don't do that.
but
But
that
we
could.
store how many
Mhm.
number of searches that you perform. Let's say you perform 4 searches, 5 searches, which is again analytics data.
Mhm. Yeah, but isn't that important? Like, hey, if or also like, is there a way for me to save information? Like, hey, what are my most frequently asked questions and
Yeah.
stuff like that, so that I can keep on using the same. Like, I can have like, how do you call it? Not canned response, but canned questions. So,
Yes.
okay, is that possible?
Yes, no, it is actually possible. I think, to be honest, we haven't thought about it yet. But
Okay.
what we can do is maybe ask for consent that, hey, if you want us to store your data, and if yes, then we can provide you XYZ features on top of it.
Right,
But
because I think it's very important that us as a user can give consent, say, hey, we want this specific search history
yeah,
deleted or stored. We should have an option because, hey, we are using Finder to find things. And it might be something that I keep on looking for whenever, say, once a week, I look for these from my previous whatever, for my previous communication. So, and I need to ask this each and every week. And it could be a bit daunting to ask the same questions again and again and again and type it again and again and again, when if we can
yes.
store that, and yeah, that will be nice. That's about it.
Yeah, yeah. I think one good way we can do this is, I'm just thinking out loud, is
Mhm,
store it in a local machine. And by that way, that data never comes to us, but we can
mhm.
deploy your training models in your machine. And just let me know if it's getting too technical, but we can deploy your training models on your machine, and that's how your data will never leave get to us, and you will also get the same functionality that you're looking for. But again, this is just me thinking out loud. We can have a look at it internally and see how we can build on top of it.
Okay, no problem. But yeah, please keep that in mind. So
Yeah.
yes, only use API, and they don't have access to users' data. That's correct. And Interpret says hi to you.
Yeah, hide the breed.
Next. Okay. All right. So, actually, there's a question from Asif earlier. When did you start working on Finder?
um April 2023.
April 2020. Oh, that was last year.
Yeah,
So,
last.
slightly over a year now.
Yes.
And so, if there is some sort of file that you want to search, how fast can it search?
How fast can Finder search? On average, it takes us 5 to 6 seconds. Sometimes it can go to up to 10 seconds as well. It depends upon a lot of things, the number of accounts you have connected, how good our system is performing during that time. But yeah, on average, it takes 5 to 6 seconds or 5 to 7 seconds.
Okay. And okay, so this one, do you plan to allow integrations via webhook? I cannot think of a use case for now, but do you have any?
So interestingly, I was talking with, I think, in the
Yeah,
Preet only about this use case yesterday.
right?
So he only gave me one of the use case, because even I haven't thought about it. So let's say one of the great use case that I got was, let's say if you have your sales data with Finder, you're searching about your sales data, and you're asking that,
Mm-hmm.
hey, can you draft an email for XY, let's say Acme Corp, based on a large discussion, right? Let's say this is your query. Now, if you want to update your HubSpot, how do you do that? So can you allow webhook between Finder and, let's say, your through Zapier to your HubSpot, and so that it can update it? And I think this is a great use case, but we haven't explored it, Victor, right now, because we're yet to explore it. But yeah, I think we got the use case for it, and we will explore it and maybe update the community maybe within a week if we can do it or not.
Okay. Let's see here. Okay, I don't know what kind of audit is this, but have you done any third party audits?
Are you talking about SOC 2, or like auditors who check your data, like your systems
Security.
securities? Are you talking about that, Joginder? If that's the case, yes, you are already SOC 2 compliant. So we have an auditor who certified us for SOC 2. So, but if no, please would love to understand more about your question.
Okay, so there's a suggestion here from Jenna. Uh, it's not a suggestion, it's a question. Is there an ability to ignore specific folders in Google Drive for a specific tag of emails from search? If I mention Chrome, don't use that folder, will that work? Don't
As of
search that folder. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think we've gotten good, like a good one of a request for this as well. So we're looking at it. As of now, you can only filter by apps, which is if you want to deselect Gmail, G Drive, you can only do that. We are looking into this. It should be done. I don't think it should be a problem. But internally, I feel you should not even think about this, because if you can just ask a question with Finder, which is, hey, can you just bring me XYZ file? Finder should be able to bring that result to you. You should not even think about not excluding a folder. So I look at it from that point of view, rather than just deselecting a folder and making user work more. So yeah, that is my thought about this particular question.
Okay. Let's see here. Oh, this is a funny one. You are from finance background. Where are your tech peers? Um, okay, it's like you're telling me, hey, I don't have a tech background. Why I should not be speaking here. So it's fine. That's the reason why it's me
Yeah.
and Sarthak who are talking, because we understand, we speak the same language. Put it that way.
Yeah. But
Sometimes
Amir,
it's just so
I
funny.
think just a comment there, Amir, just to give you some bit of confidence there. I am our team's tech intern. So I know enough that I can build side projects by now. I've learned enough coding by then. So I'm your fine. I'm in a tech guy as well. If you take it that way.
Yeah, we know. I know a little bit of tech, just to talk about tech, and how to position tech companies and how to do the right messaging. Hey, we tech knowledge is required to do all those things. Even though I am in marketing, I need to be aware of all the technologies behind, so I can explain it properly to the audience. So yeah,
Yeah.
and trust me, like if a tech person tries to talk right now, I don't know who, you might not understand anything.
Yeah. That is true. That's why. um,
So I'm humanizing tech.
yes.
Okay, so can Finder do complex calculations from Google Sheets, for example?
Great question, Victor. So we were talking recently with a lot of banks in India, and they have been super interested about Finder. And one of their main use cases is sheet analysis, or doing complex calculations on sheets, right? We have built an initial version of it. We have been working on it for past 1.5 months, and I think we're just 1 month away from building a very solid system for sheet analysis. And by then, you will be able to ask questions like, "Hey, what was my week on week growth for the, let's say, on of my loan book, of which is around retail?" So like a typical banking question would be week on week growth of my retail book, of my retail loans. Sorry for the typo, but yeah. So, but you can then analyze as complex question as these, and yeah, it will be done in 1 month. And I'm super excited about that, because as a finance guy, as Amir mentioned, I can now perform complex calculations. And yeah, I'm also looking to explore finance use cases and banking use
Oh,
cases with.
by the way, Amir, just to let you know, I managed to do some simple coding for custom codes for my website because of AI. And I never learned how to code. So just to tell you that I'm still non-tech, but I can code now. Thanks to yeah. Okay. So as you were saying regarding the speed, that 5 to 6 seconds is a bit much if you can still work to improving the speed. So it should be instantly or under 3 seconds at least. In a way, yes, but for me, I'm already happy with 5 to 6 seconds, considering that looking for that specific information that I was talking about earlier would take me 10, 15 minutes, sometimes half an hour, or maybe 8 hours later when my colleague wakes up. So, waiting 5 seconds, 6 seconds, I can forgive that. It's not
Yeah.
that
But I
bad.
was just
Okay.
add one bit to that answer. Yes, Asif, we are improving constantly on this. It's just that we have to always have that right balance of getting the right answers and the speed. So
Right.
yeah, and we're improving. We will bring it down to 3 seconds, but yeah, right now it's where we at.
Okay. So obviously, I mean, these things are going to improve over time. It's not going to stay the same 5 to 6 seconds. So yeah, let's wait for it, and I'm sure it's going to come soon. Okay. And what happens after users run out of chat credits per month, even with the LTD account? Let's say an agency with tier 5 ends up acquiring so many customers that the chat, I cannot read the rest. um
Gets
okay, that the
exhausted.
chat credits get exhausted before a month end.
Yes. So let me. I think there is some sort of confusion here. Whatever chat with credits we are providing, right? That is what we are providing from our end, from Finder's end. And if you are tier 3 and above, you have an option of BYOK. Once you've exhausted that, then you can bring your own key and you can have unlimited chat with results. It's just that we are providing that much credit from our end. After that, it's on you to bring your own key.
Okay, so let's go back to that key because okay, we can bring our own key, and everybody knows I don't have my own OpenAI key. Is there a way for me to say so we can only use one OpenAI key per account, right?
No, so different workspaces can use different OpenAI keys as well because we understand you might want to give it to different workspace, which might not be
Mm-hmm.
under your company. So each
Okay,
workspace.
right, I get it now. So it means that, like, for the use case of Victor, like you have an agency, you have multiple workspaces, in fact, unlimited workspaces, if I'm not mistaken, at tier five.
Yes, yes,
Um, we can uh, upload, or yeah, we can enter as many open AI keys, so one per workspace.
yes,
So
yes,
each client can even provide their own open AI key to install in that workspace.
yes, they can. Or if the admin, which is the buyer of the LTD wants, they can use the same OpenAI key for each, like all of the workspaces. It depends upon them how they want
Right.
to use it. Coming to your question, Elma, what if you don't have OpenAI access? Then you buy from us. I think
It's
it's
okay.
as simple as that. Then you buy
No
buy it from
problem.
yeah.
And right now it's open AI that you are using, and you're not using other AI LLMs for this.
We are using some. There's a company called Cohere. Again, they're a pretty big
Mm-hmm.
LLM out there, but we're using it for a different purpose internally, and you don't have to bear cost for that. No matter which tier you are in, you just have to bear cost for OpenAI, and we take care
Okay.
of the Cohere cost because we know not many people are aware of Cohere, so we took that decision to take bear that on us.
Okay. So here is, I think I did not miss a demonstration. Yes, we haven't done our demo yet. We started answering questions. So,
Yeah.
okay, let's start doing the demo, and we will answer the other questions in
Yes,
right after the demo. Okay.
would love to do that. I think this is the most exciting part of my job to just show what
I
is
thought
fine.
the most exciting part of your job is talking to me.
So yeah, that was the second most exciting part of my job.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. So your screen is showing now, and we can all see it. We have an infinite screen.
Lovely, lovely. So I think we have talked about a query a lot. Let's start with that itself, which is my or let's webinar with Elma. Yep. So as you can see, I just wrote that down. It brought me a bunch of Google results, and it has also lovely. It has also told me the time call with Elma is at Wednesday 15, and this is my Indian Standard Time. So this is yeah, it has given me this particular call, and then our past calls. Elma sent you a message, and you booked a session with NTT, right? This is one of them. I know People is a pretty popular tool among LTT community, and we are also a proud People user. So let's search for their invoice, and I hope someone People invoice. I hope someone can help me with the LTD of People after sort seeing my bill. So let's search for People
Yeah,
invoice.
I know Yarrow.
Oh, lovely. Would love to. Yeah, because I love their tool. I think I've tried different tools. I've tried Apollo, Lemlish, but yeah, I think I've stuck with the people. And I think it's stuck with people as well. Find it's also stuck with people. It's taking that much time, but yeah, so I've gotten bunch of results. It's people.ai invoice, your receipt for people software, INC. Um, I think the chat is taking some time. So it's mentioned that people.ai invoice for April is $18. I'm paying $18 every month. So bad of me, right? So, but yeah, so this is a bit about that, and let's just click over here to show you our preview. So let's say if I click on this view original message, right? Um, I think because of the live stream, my laptop has gotten a bit slow, but it's not the app. I can assure you. So when I meant preview, right? So now, if imagine if I wanted to see this whole email, I would have to click on that result, then go to that particular Gmail, and then perform actions on it. Instead of that, I can just see that from Finder itself, right? So this is second bit of it. Now let's try and see few. Let's see few generation use cases. I think I would love to do that. Uh cam campaign sorry for that, campaign around AI. And so this is like, we have been talking to a lot of folks, and we generally, this is one of the campaign that one of our friend is working on around AI and its impact on modern day workplace. I just try to keep it generic, and something that we have internally as well. So it will understand this query, it will break it down, and yeah, it has given me a bunch of results. And I think, yeah, so it has given me. So Whirlwind is one of the agency that we are interacting with. CodeMate is another LTD community tool, and he's a great friend of ours. And I was helping him with his whole productivity thing, and so it has given me a bunch of results like that. Adwin.ai proposal, Finder AI for a workplace, and a Notion result as well, right? What has chat given us? The context does not include a specific question. So yeah, I haven't included any question here, so that's why it hasn't returned me to any answer. But now let's try and ask a question to it. Maybe, yeah, write 4 points around use of AI in modern day workplace. So now what it will do is it will take the context of these results, it will understand them, and yeah, it has returned certain results, which is efficiency boost, enhanced decision making, competitive edge, and multiple things. I can go on and on and on to show you more, more results, but yeah, this is the gist of it. You can search for stuff, you can preview them, and then you can ask questions on top of that. And another use case would be, as I mentioned earlier, that hey, imagine drafting an email based on all of your conversations that you have had with your current clients. Or this is one of the good use case. Imagine you've created proposal as a marketing agency. You've created proposals over the past 1 year on the same topic. Now you've got another client who have asked for similar topic. Now, so instead of either you're searching for all of that data and collating it, you can just ask Finder and build on top of it. So we literally save a lot of hours of your team. And as an agency, time is money for you, right? So this is another use case. But I think I will stop here with the use case bit. I will show you how easy it is to connect Finder, so that also you can
Oh,
get a sense.
before you move to the next, how the connection, okay? Because you are now reading emails. Does it read email attachments like PDF or images? Does it go through the content of the PDFs as well?
it it go through the content of PDF, but it doesn't go through content of OCR, or which is for images and videos.
Mm-hmm.
But the good thing is with GPT 4.0, I think it has become easy to do that, and we were fortunate enough that GPT release OpenAI released that, so we are exploring it as well, and maybe we might be able to do it in some time, which is your images and videos.
Okay.
It's anything text is what we can support for
Anything
content.
text. All
Yes.
right. Okay. So let's proceed with the integrations. Yeah.
Yep, awesome. So yeah, this is our integrations page. As you can see, with Gmail, I've connected 3 accounts already. Let me click on add more.
And
Wow.
right now, the maximum you can add is five, right?
Yes,
Per.
right now, and I will tell you the reason for that as well. So
Mhm.
let me select one of my accounts. This is Google auth process, right? Not much from our end. Then it will take few seconds, and yeah, it's done. It's as simple as that. And now I'm back again at Finder. Yeah, it will reload because you have changed. But yeah, back at Finder for searching stuff and asking questions. So yeah, I think that's it. That's about the demo. I hope you got the gist of it. Would love to answer any questions on the around the demo as well.
Okay, so around the demo, okay, so this is actually quite interesting because you mentioned that it can read anything text. How
Yes.
about can it read a drive file shared in an email? So it's probably just a link that is shared on an email. Can it read that
Okay.
file attached to it?
So you're talking about, let's say, if I've shared a doc link over an email and then it reading that. Um,
Mhm.
I'm assuming that that doc will be saved in your G drive because I think that's how G drive generally functions. I'm assuming that right now, and then it will read that file from your G drive is what is my assumption. But yeah, if it's just a plain link, we cannot do that as of now.
Okay, so that's clear. And okay, so does it have the capability to summarize a series of conversations from the same email?
Yes, it does. You can ask to it to summarize a 50 email thread and say that, hey, what actually happened here? I don't want to read through all of this. So can you just tell me the TLDR of it?
Yeah, I don't want to read through 100 messages. Oh my goodness, it's too much. Okay, so earlier you said there is a limit of up to five accounts for Google. Is that only for Google or for
No.
everything?
The reason for that is currently our systems are built such that we can support five accounts. Either we support more accounts or you provide a slower search. So we took this decision to hey provide a faster and balanced search instead of maybe allowing more than five accounts. Again, we're improving this. We are improving it to 10. And but yeah, this was a reason we don't want to slow our search because see each Gmail account connected means you have to hit your query to each of those accounts, and that takes load. Like that is a loaded work, right? So that's why it's just limited to five for now. But again, our architecture will improve. We are just a startup. Please give us some time, and we will build things for you.
Okay, next is okay. HM wants to see the filtering parameter. So I think you have to share your screen again and show how
Yes.
things or how everything is filtered.
Sorry, I missed that. It's as simple as
Mhm.
that. Just click here. Yeah. So if you just deselect these results, it will I mean I've literally deselected everything. So yeah, it's more like this. If whichever account, sorry, integrations you click, it you will only be shown the results from that. So yeah, that's how our app filters work. And then you can
Okay,
select your serial or as well. Yeah.
all right. So you mentioned earlier GPT for Omni. Are you using that already?
We are testing it. I mean, I made a post as well when the date was announced that hey, we are testing it with multiple, internally, and it is actually helping us. And I think we will get a good amount of cost reduction because of this, and we're planning to pass it on to LTD Community.
Good.
But we cannot launch it right now because uh, for us, GPT also help us in search, right? And we want to test it fully. Then only we will launch it because otherwise, if search go haywire, we don't want that to happen. So after full testing is only when we will release with GPT 4.0.
Okay, next question. Do you plan to give storage to store files or even local folder search support through desktop app?
That's a great question. Um, Local storage support will take 4 months or 3.5 months from here. Reason for that is we want to first, accelerate our integrations bit. We want to scale our integrations to 40 or 50 integrations in next 2 months, and after that we'll pick up local storage. About if we will allow storing file in Finder, yes, that's a feature that we're coming up with. So you can literally, just drag and drop your files, and now you can also, in some sense, chat with those results or make that part of your knowledge base, apart from what you already have on your cloud apps. So that is something that we're coming up. And on like tomorrow, we are launching a feature wherein, which will be early version of this, wherein you can, already bookmark your results, and later on you can also chat with those results, and then, add files on that particular result. So, wait for tomorrow's launch or tomorrow feature update.
Okay, okay, that's great. So far I don't see any. Okay, so let's do this. There's one from Asif. What is the point of search if we can't find the information we are looking for? Well, we can find the information we are looking for. Use your app to make sense only if there are large number of accounts. Using Finder only makes sense if there are large number of accounts connected. But if you allow as few account as five, it might be counterproductive. Okay, so the
So
limit of five could be counterproductive. And what is the use if you don't have a lot of software or a lot of apps attached to Finder?
as if we are talking about five accounts just for one integration. You can also connect five,
Right.
let's say Slack. You can also connect with your Microsoft ecosystem, right? And even let's say even if you've connected five accounts, right? On an average, a person receive I think 10 to 15 mails a day. On an average, a person has, I don't know, hundreds of chat on a Slack, on the Slack, right? So just finding stuff, or just asking questions on top of that in itself, we believe is a huge value. Let's say, for me, right, like let's take an example of an accountant who handles a lot of companies or CA. Even if he's able to connect five accounts right now, five Gmails, he's finding so much value because now you don't have to, toggle between those five apps. And he can also connect Excel sheet and, interlink company's Excel sheet and their Gmail account. So, I mean, internally, we believe there's a great value if we can connect multiple integrations and, multiple accounts. And I think for now, we believe five is a good number. That's a response that we've gotten so far, um,
Okay.
from the community.
My opinion on this one is that okay. Um, because number one is that hey, five accounts per say five Gmails that you can
Yeah.
attach to or integrate with Finder right now, and then five G drives. I'm not sure if, but the thing is, I don't have more than five Google drives anyway. So what is the point of having more in a way? Plus, it has to be a G drive that I have access to. So I cannot connect Sartak's G drive to my Finder account because I am not connected to his Google Drive account. So it does not make sense, but it makes sense in a way that like five for now is okay. I wish it could be more, especially if people are doing because I actually use Gmail a lot for cold emailing, and maybe I think that's the reason why we want these app. But then if we do the Gmail cold emailing, you have the CRM in the cold email app. But still, we want to see what through Finder who what. Maybe we don't even have to go through our CRM. So
Yeah.
let's just think of it. Okay.
Yeah. I think it depends on use case to use case. A lot of
Mhm.
people have more demands, and a lot of people have their, they use multiple tools but less accounts. So yeah, I
Right.
think, but as I mentioned again, give us some time. We're improving it. We will
Uh,
scale it to 10 as well. And I hope
but
like you will find
yes,
the right
but what I
solution.
really need is Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, Telegram. I really, really need those because and
Yes.
WeChat because we do
Yes.
a lot of business in these platforms. Actually, a lot of business messages and Slack. Okay, that can easily be 500 messages in one day that I have to go through that I don't want to go through.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay, so China said it works great for Slack. If I don't want to read all today's chat, I can ask it to summarize the messages at the end of the day. This works, right? And is Discord available?
See, the last feature that you talked about, right? Like, hey, can you summarize the whole day for me? This is something again that we're building internally. Sorry that we don't have it right now, but this will require a lot of work from our end, and we are also excited about this. We are calling this agents internally, But not we are not doing it right now. We could have done this if you were downloading all of your information, and then we could have sort of started it. But if we have figured out a way to do this without downloading your information, and we're working on that now. So, and Discord, no, Discord is not available right now. No social app is available right now.
Mm, okay. So, guys, I've already dropped down the form for our giveaway. Please fill it up if you want to join and win one of the tier one accounts of Finder. Now, I want to show you our what is on AppSumo right now. Share screen. Okay, so I actually have questions on some of the details here. So they have tier 1 to tier 5. On tier 1 you have one user, 100 searches per month, 100 chats, 100 chat with results per month. And so are you saying that if it does not have result, it's not counted as a chat?
No, as of now, no, because each query cost us something. So that's why we are counting it as chat for now.
Sorry, I'm a bit confused. So if there's a chat and so I ask a question and it returns nothing, so that is not counted as a chat.
So chat is the ask, let me just show you. I think that
Hmm.
will be better. Um, show my screen. Select all. Give me a second. Let's just type your name. What did I get?
Okay, okay, let's show your screen.
Yeah. So chat. This is not chat. This is search. What I performed right now. Chat is
Oh,
what I ask here. Like if I want to ask some question like who is Elma, right? So this is what we are talking about. This is chat.
oh, got
This
it.
is search. This is search. To
So
put
what
it
does
in
your assistant say about me? Who am I? What? Just for fun, right? I mean, I'm okay to be bashed in public. I don't really care. So, okay. So, that will be interesting what AI finds out about me. Your AI finds out about me. Okay. So, chat is different from a search. And search is
Yes.
okay, 1000 searches and 100 chat. Okay? And when you say chat, it means one say we chat, let say, hey, who is Elma? And then I had
Yeah.
a follow-up question. The follow-up question is another chat, right?
Yes, that is another chat.
Okay, got it now. And 5 accounts connected per workspace, and you have workspace. Oh, okay, I'm a bit confused here. You have workplace and workspace. So
I think no, I think that's a typo from AppSumo team. So that
okay.
is workspace only. So workplace is workspace.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, that is workspace. Everything workspace is workplace is workspace.
Okay, when you say 5 accounts connected per workspace. So if I have a tier one, I have 5 accounts for I can only have 5 accounts. And when you say 5 accounts per workspace, like 5 Gmails or combination of everything, right?
Yes, combination of everything.
Okay. So follows that on tier two, you have 3 users, 3,000 searches, 320 accounts per workspace, and 2 workspaces. Okay, so Jenna is asking here, why workspace limit? It's already limited number of integrations, so why does it matter how many workspaces do I use? I assume there is no cost associated with workspaces.
I mean, see, the workspace limit is that we have designed our each tier keeping certain users in mind and their needs in mind. So our thought was tier two will be majorly bought by folks who either want to use it personally and want to share it with their friends and families. And that's why we've given a 6 user. If you see about that, it's a 6 user limit, right? If I don't put a limit on workspace, then I have to put a limit on users because I cannot have unlimited users in each on each tier as well, right? So that was essentially one of the main reason of dividing it in users and workspace. So yeah, I mean, I could have done this six users and one workspace, or I could have done this six users and as many workspace as you want to create. But I'm not sure if that would have made a large of a difference. We want to restrict the number of users to answer a question.
Okay. So ideally, say a tier two is for a small team and maybe two small teams. Three and so tier three we have 10 users, unlimited searches. So this is where the unlimited search starts, and five workspaces, and you can bring your own open AI key. Now the 100 accounts. Okay, so when you say 100 accounts, these are the total number of accounts from the 10 users, right? So maybe user one uses 20 accounts and user two uses five accounts, and you need to sum up all the 10 users number of accounts, and the limit is 100. Is that right?
Yes, that's what we're talking about here.
Okay, got it. And here on tier 4, you have 1,000 accounts with 25 users and 15 workspaces. And in tier 5, you have the unlimited workspace, unlimited searches per month, 5,000 chat results per month. But you can bring your own open AI key, say if you have already
Please go on.
exceeded the chat results or the chat uses of chat. And that's it. And if you don't have your own open AI key, just like me, we can also buy credits from Finder.
Yeah.
Okay. So next here is where are your main what's your main focus in the next coming weeks? Interject, I'm not so sure what you mean by this. Maybe we say in terms of integrations, well, what would be available in terms of features, what would be the new features that you have in the pipeline that we are going to see in the next few weeks?
Yeah, I think just to answer both of them. So I'm not sure if this is the right analogy for this, but I think there is one Steve Ballmer in a video where he just said developers consistently, right? So my answer would be integrations for
Mm-hmm.
next few weeks. And on top of that, we are also introducing a few collaboration features, which is what I talked about in terms of collections that we're thinking of, where you can save your results and then chat with them, and we're looking at those collaboration features for next few weeks, which is bookmark search result, which is coming out tomorrow, which is V1 of collaboration. And yeah,
Okay.
collaboration might be out there in next 15-20 days, or at max 25 days.
I'm looking at your roadmap right now. That's okay. They can actually see what I'm looking at. Okay, so I'm looking at your roadmap right now, and I can see that I have, but I couldn't see the integration request. Where are they?
Yeah, I think it is an ideas. We haven't added it yet
Okay.
because we are still figuring out which integration to add to our roadmap. Um, but yeah,
Mm, okay. So for example, I want to search here what I want. WhatsApp. It's not
they won't,
here.
not
Huh.
here, so you have to submit an idea for WhatsApp.
Am I the only one who has that idea? Come on. I don't think
Oh,
so.
WhatsApp is a great use
Instagram.
case, but yeah, WhatsApp is a tough nut to crack. So that's why even I want WhatsApp. I'm tired of my messages.
Yeah, that's the reason why I want to have it in on WhatsApp as well. Telegram, Discord. They are all not here.
Yeah,
Why
they
are
are
they
not
not here?
they're
Oh, I
not
have a
here.
lot of work to do, man. I have to add my request here. Okay. Okay, it's not here.
I
It's
will
not
add it
here.
for you. I will add it for you after this.
No worries. I can add it too. Don't worry. Okay, so HM said that hey, he respects your business model, but he believes there should be BYOK with the tier one and tier two also.
Yeah. Um, I hear you. Shuja, what you're talking about, but I think our thought is that tier one is more for understanding if you really want to try it, finder if it's for you or not, and that's why we kept that limit, and that's why we kept it for maybe later tires where we're dealing with a lot of team and there are very high chances of really exhausting the queries very early. So that was the reason of not keeping it in the early tiers.
Okay, let's see. Okay, so no more questions, and then we are going to do the giveaway. So guys, if you have any questions, just check out. Just go to our group later and ask your questions. I'm going to post something right after this live stream. I'm also going to announce the winners of this giveaway. So before we do that, I need to download something. Okay, and then we are gonna do the wheel of names one by one.
Drum roll.
Yeah, the drum roll. Okay, got a lot here. I'm not trying to hide something. I'm just trying to hide that I am working. So let's see. It's all coming soon. Coming soon. Coming soon. Let me look for the names where they are. So sorry about that. So, is there anything that you want to tell us while I am collating or collecting the names for the giveaway?
Yeah, I think one of the things that I would love tell the community is that hey, we know that our concept is still relatively new. This is something that not much tools have done out there before, and this is definitely something new for the LTD community. We couldn't find anything out there like ours in LTD, right? My humble request is to just try out Finder first. I mean, what we have seen initially is that they don't understand the value of Finder that much initially, but once they try it, they love it. I mean, our current customers cannot are hooked with Finder, right? So my only request is just try it out first. If you don't like it, you can any which way refund it, right? Like AppSumo allows that. But yeah, that would be my humble request. Just try it out. It's not costing you anything. You can always get your money back, and I'm sure you will love it. So yeah, I think this is my sort of humble request. And if you have any questions, I'm always open on my Facebook DMs, my emails, which I will drop in here. So yeah, you can ask me
That's
questions.
that's why you have to connect your Facebook Messenger to Finder so that you can find. Oh, Elma messages me here. Okay, that's very important.
Yeah, I we need to do that.
Yeah,
Let's do.
you have to do that. Okay, so here are the people who joined our giveaway today. So we have Amir, Asif, Chaitanya, Chena, HM, Inderpreet, Joginder, Leo, Niru, Santosh, and Victor. Anyone else that I missed? So I didn't miss anyone. Great. Okay, let's shuffle.
Yes, moment of truth.
Moment of truth. It's not showing.
Yeah.
Okay, so our first winner is HM Shuja. Okay.
Yes. Congrats. Congratulations on this.
Congratulations, HM.
Yeah. I hope you love
Okay,
Finder.
now I'm sure you will love Finder. Okay, let's shuffle, and draw the winner. Next, we have Santosh Devi.
Another potential champion of Finder in future. I hope.
Yeah. So guys, use Finder, okay? Make sure you use it and you will love it because I'm already using it. Um okay, by the way, there are some limits. For example, Slack, you can have maximum 10 apps attached to or connected to your Slack account. And if the admin of your Slack group already has 10, then you cannot connect Finder on it. Just to let you know. Very important to know that.
I think,
So
but
it's up. Mm.
please help me and correct if I'm wrong. But isn't it like
Mhm.
dependent on the plan to plan as well? Because
Yes,
I
plan
think
to plan. The free plan is only up to 10 users. 10 apps and up to 6 months or 3 months data retention. I can't remember now.
because internally in our our paid Slack, I mean we have connected I think more than 15 at this point. So yeah, I think it depends on plan to plan. Right.
Right, it depends on plan to plan. So if you're on a free account, then you have this limit of 10 apps for that particular workspace. Okay. And it's not Finder's limitation, by the way.
It's on Slack. It's not on
I
us.
just want to make it clear that, hey, because if they encounter, oh, I cannot connect it to my Slack account, it's not Finder, it's Slack. Okay. And our
Joking.
next winner is Joginder Kumar. Okay.
Awesome. Great.
Awesome. So thanks so much, everyone. And I will see you tomorrow. Today, actually, here in Hong Kong is Buddha's birthday. That's why we are on holiday. And yeah, so it was quite fun today. So
Yeah.
see you again, everyone. And we see you tomorrow. And thanks so much, Sarthak.
Yeah.
If
Thank you,
any,
everyone.
right? And
Yeah.
any questions about Finder, ask it in the group. Sartak is there. He will answer all your questions. I'm sure he will find all your questions. He must be good in looking
Yes.
for those questions.
Yes. I'm
Okay.
asking for questions. I want people to ask questions, and I'm there to answer them.
All right. Okay, then. Thanks, everyone. Good night.
Thank you, everyone. I really enjoyed this. Thank you.